Hello y'all, welcome to the Drug Nerd Podcast. I am your host, Sophia. Welcome to the show. It's been such a long time. My room's falling apart. I am drinking chocolate milk out of my Bunny Mom mug because I am an adult child, apparently. I also I have not slept a full night in a very long time. So if I look a little like I got beat over the head with a bat, that's what my sleep is making me look like. So I'm sorry if I look like a mess. I am proud of myself because I painted my nails. In the process of painting my nails. So that's something. So things are looking up. And I had finagled my husband into getting me a smoothie after he gets home from work. So things be looking up more adult childing, more sugar. How is everyone's weekend going? I am filming this on a Wednesday, but what did I do this weekend? Oh, you know what we've been watching this weekend? We have been watching, well, we just finished The Wire, which was an HBO show. You can now stream it on Amazon. It's included with your Prime, so there's no extra cost with that. But we finished The Wire, which is a really serious show. It takes place in Baltimore. It documents, like, Baltimore from different angles, from the political angle to the street angle to the dock angle. It's really interesting. It's a really old show, but it really stands the test of time. Anyway, it's a really serious show, so of course now we're watching something mindless. We have been addicted to MTV's Catfish for like years. We've been watching Catfish the entire time we've been married and dating and stuff. So like we've been like following up this show, and finally Hulu released the newest season. So now we're just binging Catfish. And for those who don't know, Catfish is an MTV show. It's hosted by these two guys named Neve and Max. And what they do is like they find people who are lying to their internet dating partners. So if I'm dating someone over the internet and they're like not telling the truth, they like investigate and like figure out who that person really is. And they use very like remedial ways of investigating, like Google image searching, okay? So like it's not like, oh, I'm crooked, hold on. It is not FBI level, like, oh, I'm so crooked. It is not FBI level, like, investigation here. It is literally Google image searching, using white pages to look up people's phone numbers, like asking friends. It's literally things that anyone can do, but it's so entertaining. I do not care. And it's the best show to get to because every show has a formula, you know, like there's always like a twist at the end. So you know what to expect. So it's a great show to knit to. So yeah, that's what we've been watching. It's been so interesting. And no one watches Catfish like anymore, which y'all gotta watch Catfish, okay? Like, it's on Hulu. Anyway, today I just want to briefly talk about my current whips. Okay, so this is my current whip that I've been working on. I started this and restarted this, and then started it and restarted this. My puppy's been ringing the bell, like her potty bell, but she ain't gotta go. Yeah. So this is a whip that I've been working on. I started it in Arizona, and this is as far as I got, and that was like a month ago, okay? And just because I kept restarting it. But now I finally got the shawl shape. This is going to be a square-shaped shawl. It's garter stitch, basic garter stitch shawl. It has basic, what are these? What are these called? Yarn over increases, very, very basic. But then when you get to the edging, I'm like, you're going to get some short rows and lace, and it's going to be fun. Like, now you're kind of like, oh, you know, this is easy, relaxing knitting. And then you get to the end, and it's like a plot twist. It's gonna be really fun. I think that's fun. I don't know. Sometimes I don't like starting off with the hardest parts of knitting. Sometimes I have to get my bearings, you know, with the yarn and with the needles that I'm using. And for this particular project, I am using the cruddiest of crud needles ever. So this is what happened. I started this project on vacation, right? So I didn't like the original needles I bought for this project. I remember I was still testing it out, right? So I did not like that. My puppy is playing with the cats. And they play back. Oh yeah. Mommy's trying to work, baby. I'm sorry. So I didn't like the size needles that I bought. I bought like originally, I think it was like size 0 needles to work on it just because this is lace weight yarn. And I just, it was too small. For me, I didn't mind it, but I don't want y'all, because it's going to be a design soon, pattern for a pattern. I don't want y'all to be like, oh my gosh, these itty bitty needles and these itty bitty yarn is taking forever. You know what I mean? I think about y'all when in the design process. Sometimes I don't mind. There's West Side Story happening next to me right now. Hey, Avia, we're gonna play fetch with you when Daddy gets home and gets my slushie, okay? Okay. Just let me work in peace. She is so cute, but she's part of the reasons why I didn't get a lot of sleep today. Puppies have to go potty in the middle of the night sometimes, just like human puppies do. So anyway, ooh, my eyes are burning from exhaustion. So I got these, I had to buy new needles. So I went to Joann's, okay. And that Joann's that I went to in Arizona, I think it was like Peoria area or whatever, or I don't know. It was amazing. Y'all got a good Joann's. It was like a Joann's like plus or something like that. Something like that where it was like a bigger Joann's. Oh my gosh, I've been missing out on these big Joann's. They had every needle size, man. I live out in the sticks, so I don't get like stuff like that. Like you get slim pickings where I live. I can't even get pizza delivered to my house, okay? Just to let you know, I live in what they call a food desert. Like, for real, I live out in the middle of nowhere in the U.S. So, like, for me to see a wall of knitting needles, like, I was just like, in a commercial store, okay? Not like a fancy yarn store. I was just like, hi, hello, I need to live here. And they had some good ones, but I was on a budget, you know. I was on a budget, as always, you know. And so I was like, well, let me get this cheaper brand needle. So I got the boy knitting needles. I believe they're in a size 4. They don't tell you. I do love that it's like this. I don't know why I like that, but I do. I can't give you a educated reason why I like that, but I like that. I hate the joins. That's the one thing that gets on my nerves. It's just not a smooth joint. I guess I got what I paid for. I paid for a $5 knitting needle and I got a $5 knitting needle. Does it work? Yes. Is it fun? No. One of these days when I get less lazy, I'm going to transfer it over to a needle that I actually like. But until now, I'm going to continue to use this and maybe I'll end up liking it. But right now I don't. As for the yarn, I am using a lace weight yarn. I'm looking around because I can't remember what it's called. I'm going to put the specs right here. It's by Love Knitting. It's one of their own brands, a yarn. Oh, my pets. I'm going to answer in a video of what I see right now. Like, this is not exactly what I see, but this is what they're doing, okay? So, I'm using their yarn. It's a lace weight yarn, and I absolutely positively love it. I do. I flippin' love this yarn. First of all, look at the color. I think the color is called Daydreaming. All right. And what I absolutely love about it is it's so durable. Like, this thing has been due to rudder. Like, it's been in my purse for like a month. And there's no pilling whatsoever. There's some poofy haloing happening, but it is merino. I don't think it's superwash, but hey, I'm going to put those specs up so you can tell me it's a superwash. But there is some haloing happening, but I find that really pretty. You know, it's not pilling, it's not wear, it's just some yarns tend to poof, you know, once they been worn a little bit and been washed. And I just find the way that this poofs so pretty. And I decided to do a square shawl because I saw these beautiful chartreuse green butterflies in Arizona, the same color. Everywhere I went, they were there. This was around April 3rd, April 5th, something like that. So if y'all in that area, you probably know what type of butterflies they were. That's when they came out, the first week of April. I mean, the first week of March is when it came out. And it's just so beautiful. Like, I loved, sorry, I globbed up. I loved seeing that, and I don't see that where I'm from. And because I was there designing this while I was there, I really wanted to design something that had to do that kind of like respected the flora and the animal aurora. The edging with the short rows and the lace, it's going to really bring out that butterfly feel, I hope. So it's gonna be really cool. This is definitely like a shawl with a twist. So onwards with the next whip. This is the beginnings of my, something smells weird. Is this like, is that my candle? Is that my sage candle smelling weird? Maybe some charcoal got into it. Oh, it smells good. That's not it. So this is the beginnings of my crop top that I am using what I feel like dyeing's yarn. This is 100% merino and it's superwash. So I love this. And usually when it comes to speckled yarns like this, I'm worried about the way it will pool, the colors, that the way they'll pool, the way they'll form sometimes can be uneven and look kind of odd. No, it's very balanced. Has a little bit of a design going on, like where it's like forming in a diagonal. So right now I am holding the back piece, and I've decided to knit this. Before I was thinking about seaming. Remember last week I was thinking about seaming? Well, I pulled out my favorite book in the whole world, the Knitter's Handy Book of Top-Down Sweaters by Ann Budd. Do y'all follow Ann Budd? I think she's in like Sicily now, living her best life. She's like one of the OG like writers on knitting, like modern, one of the OG modern knitting writers, you know what I mean? Like where she does a lot of seamless books on seamless designs. Check that out. And so I decided to do it her way, where you start with the back piece and then you add on the front. So like this is my back and these are my shoulders right here where my fingers are. So I will then pick up stitches and then pick up the front shoulder stitches. And then from there I will have like the fronts of the cardigan. And I think, yeah, I think I picked them up separately because it's going to be a cardigan. I think. I'm not 100% sure. I'm literally following this to the T, which is something I hardly ever do. I usually just use it as a reference. But I haven't done a set-in sleeve like this in a long time. I mean, I knitted some set-in sleeves like that were seamed like way back when. Like, believe it or not, I say my owl sweater is my first sweater. But I tried knitting sweaters in the past and failed. And they were all the set-in seam, set-in sleeve sweaters, which if you don't know what that looks like, it looks like my manicure. It looks like it looks like that green sweater right there, where there's a shoulder seam right here, and what that does is that it creates a really nice fitting tailored garment. So that's the whole point of the set-in sleeve. It's more tailored than the raglan, and it's way more tailored than the seamless yoke. It's definitely the best way, in my opinion, to get a tailored look. She also has a saddle shoulder next to that. I think that's similar to a set-in sleeve as well. I've never done it. I've just read on it and pondered it. Oh, I thought I broke it. It's very simple. It's very easy. I'm just essentially knitting the back up until the armpit. I don't know if I mentioned that. I'm not knitting the whole back, just up until like the armpit. Then I knit the front up into the armpit, kinda. So like there'll be automatically a space for the armholes, and then I connect the back and the front, and then I continue to knit in the round. And then when I knit the sleeves, I knit a sleeve cap. Now I saw other ways of knitting these types of garments set in sleeves without the sleeve cap, but I think the sleeve cap just makes it more tailored. You know, like I've seen people where they just like fold it over and there's like a neck hole and it's just like literally like a square folded over. And I find, and that's okay, it's kind of like a set-in sleeve, but then you kind of lose that tailoring effect a little bit, in my opinion, in my very humble, unprofessional opinion. So this crop top is going great. I'm so excited. It doesn't look like much, but in my brain it's a lot. I'm gonna start marling this color pretty soon. I might not do that until I reach the underarm area. Then I'll start marling in some of that color. So we'll see that. So yeah, it looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Doesn't it? So yeah, that's the podcast for today. I hope y'all loved it. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, and stay to the end because I'm picking my next giveaway winner. If y'all remember from the last podcast, the last giveaway winner never claimed her prize. So I'm going to include a new winner at the end of this video. Please claim your prize. And the winner is Jammin' with Yarn. So I'll see y'all at the end. I'll see y'all on Friday. Okay, bye.